photograph in the pocket of my coat, from a summer down in Georgia, when our hearts were still afloat. You were laughing by the river with the sunlight in your hair. And Lord, I never realized how much heaven was right there. Funny how the best memories always hurt the most at night, like old ghosts dancing slowly in the pale neon light. These are the best memories of the love we used to know. Every laugh and every midnight from so many years ago. These are the best memories. Now they're all I have to hold. I lost the woman who loved me for a heart too scared and cold. I remember rainy Sundays, coffee steaming by the bed. You would hum those old blues records while the whole world slept instead. But I spent too many evenings chasing smoke and pouring drinks, never knowing love could vanish faster than a man can think. Now your picture's by the window and the night feels cold and blue. I still talk to all those memories like they still belong to you. To know every laugh and every midnight from so many years ago. These are the best memories. Now they're all I have to hold. I lost the woman who loved me for a heart too scared and cold. If I could live those days again, I'd never let you go. I'd trade every whiskey bottle for one more night back home. Some men only learn too late what really matters most. Now I drink beside the silence and dance with old ghosts. These are the best memories, and the life we almost knew. The porch, the rain, the Sunday mornings, I was meant to spend with you. These are the best memories, and they cut me like the dark, 'cause I had forever in my hands, but I let it fall apart. There's an old torn photograph in the pocket of my coat, holding all the love we lived and every dream that lost its road. There's an old torn photograph in the pocket of my coat, from a summer down in Georgia, when our hearts were still afloat. You were laughing by the river with the sunlight in your hair. And Lord, I never realized how much heaven was right there. Funny how the best memories always hurt the most at night, like old ghosts dancing slowly in the pale neon light. These are the best memories of the love we used to know, every laugh and every midnight from so many years ago. These are the best memories. Now they're all I have to hold. I've been sitting at this table with a drink I didn't need, rehearsing every word I owe you, but the words just wouldn't lead. I wrote it on a napkin once, then crumpled it and left, 'cause sorry's just a small word for a man who takes your best. I know I broke the silence wrong and left you in the cold. Some apologies come easy, baby. Mine got hard and old. It's hard to say sorry when your pride still holds the door. It's hard to say sorry to the one you hurt the most before. I stood there at the crossroads with the words stuck in my chest. It's hard to say sorry, but the silence hurts us both the best. I saw you at the grocery store on a gray November day. You turned before I reached you, and I let you walk away, 'cause pride's a ride you to the end. I needed just one moment, baby, to be less man and more your friend. I keep your number in my phone, untouched since God knows when, thinking one day I'll be ready, but I never dial in. It's hard to say sorry when your pride still holds the door. It's hard to say sorry to the one you hurt the most before. I stood there at the crossroads with the words stuck in my chest. It's hard to say sorry, but the silence hurts us both the best. You never asked for diamonds, you never asked for gold, you only ever asked me to let you in the cold. And I stood by my silence like a fool who thought he's strong. Baby, strength ain't what I thought it was, and now you've been gone too long. Some men learn their lessons early, some men learn them late. I learned mine standing in an empty hall, calling out your name too late. It's hard to say sorry when the years have gone to dust. It's hard to say sorry to a love you let combust. I had the words inside me, but I swallowed every one. It's hard to say sorry to a woman and a life already done. It's hard to say sorry. Lord, it cuts me to the bone. Hard to say sorry when you're saying it alone. I never said I'm sorry, baby. I never found the way, and now I sit here talking to the space where you once stayed. Lord, it's hard, it's hard, it's hard to say sorry when sorry comes too late. She used to come in every Friday, take the corner booth alone, order coffee black, no sugar, read her paperback back home. I'd watch her from behind this counter, polishing the same old glass, telling myself maybe next Friday. But every Friday came and passed. She left it something in her pages, and Lord, that laugh undid me slow. A sound like early Sunday morning in a life I'd never know. had 1,000 opening lines, rehearsed them all by heart, but every time she looked my way, the words fell clean apart. I never said a word, not a single word, just watched her like a fool from the other side of hurt. I never said a word, Lord, I held it all inside. Now she's gone and all I'm left with is the love I used to hide. One November she came different. Hair was shorter, eyes were dim. Said she's moving up to Memphis, following some dream of him. I just smiled and said, good luck now, same as I had done before. Watched her walk out through that doorway, never walk back through that door. I still keep her coffee order written on a faded card. Black, no sugar every Friday, from a man who loved too hard. Some nights I leave that stool empty, don't let no one take her place. Just an old fool keeping something of a half-remembered face. I never said a word, not a single word, just watched her like a fool from the other side of hurt. I never said a word, Lord, I held it all inside. Now she's gone and all I'm left with is the love I used to hide. It wasn't fear of being rejected, Lord, I could have handled no. It was fear of her saying yes, darling, and not knowing where to go. A man like me, all worn and crooked, didn't think he had the right to ask a woman soft as morning into his kind of night. Some women deserve the asking, even from a broken heart. A man can talk himself out of living while the living falls apart. I never said a word, and that silence was my cry. I never said a word, just let her walk away in time. But I never found the light. Never said a word, never said a word. God, I never said a word. She still comes in my dream, takes that corner booth alone, orders coffee black, no sugar, in a world I'll never know. Lord, I never said a word, not one word. to dance on our 50th anniversary in that ballroom downtown where the orchestra would play. But life got in the way with its cancer and its pain, and you never made it to that night, never made it to that refrain. I went there anyway, in the suit that we had bought, sat in the corner watching all the couples that had fought their way through 50 years and found themselves still here. And I thought about you, baby, and I shed 1,000 tears. We had this dance planned out for so many years before, but the dance we never had haunts me to my core. The last dance we never had is the one I dream about. The last dance we never had is what my life's about. I see us on that floor, moving like we used to be. The last dance we never had is all that's left of me. Remember how you would move when we were young and light, how you'd rest your head upon my chest and everything felt right. I can still feel your hand in the small of my back, the way you'd follow my lead like we were on the track. We had plans for that night, dinner before the dance. You were gonna wear that blue dress that made my heart skip in a trance. We were gonna celebrate 50 years of holding on, but you left me 7 months before, and I've been dancing wrong. So I come back to that ballroom every year around that date, and I dance with your memory, and I contemplate our fate. The last dance we never had is the one I dream about. The last dance we never had is what my life's about. I see us on that floor, ooh, moving like we used to be. The last dance we never had is all that's left of me. I learned to dance alone in that ballroom by myself. I waltzed with your memory, put your love up on a shelf, and I pretended that you were there, holding me the way you did, before the sickness came calling, before we both lost our kids. The orchestra played our song, the one we loved so dear, And I closed my eyes and held you, though you weren't really there. And we danced that 50th dance in a place between the real, in a place where time stops moving, in a place where we could heal. So every year I come back to that ballroom dressed in black, and I dance the dance we planned, and I bring you back the last dance we never had is the one I live about. The last dance we never had is what I'm still dreaming out. I see us on that floor, moving like we used to be. The last dance we never had is eternally with me, always with me. The dance we never had. I'm dancing with you tonight in a ballroom in my mind, where the years haven't taken you, where forever is the rhyme. We woke up early that morning, though we didn't plan to wake. She said, come watch the sunrise with me, like it was something we could make. We wrapped up in that old blanket, the one we'd had for years, and we sat there on the porch watching as the darkness disappeared. The sky turned colors I can't name, orange and pink and gold, and she leaned her head against my shoulder like she used to do of old. She said, I love you in the morning, when the world is fresh and new. And I said, honey, I love you every moment that I'm with you. We sat there till the sun came up, till the day was fully born. And I didn't know it then, but that would be our last good morning. The last sunrise we watched together is burned into my soul. The last sunrise we watched together made me finally understand the whole. I see her in that golden light, in the colors breaking through. The last sunrise we watched together changed everything we knew. She got sick 2 weeks after, started feeling weak and tired. By the month she was in the hospital, and the doctors were concerned. I held her hand and I remembered that sunrise on the porch, and I wish that I could take her back to that place, of course. But I couldn't turn back time, couldn't make the clock run slow. watching her let go. And I told her about that morning, about the colors in the sky. And she smiled real soft and whispered that she was ready to say goodbye. The last sunrise we watched together was the gift you left for me, a reminder that the beauty matters more than eternity. The last sunrise we watched together is burned into my soul. The last sunrise we watched together made me finally understand the whole. I see her in that golden light, in the colors breaking through. The last sunrise we watched together changed everything we knew. Now I wake up every morning and I watch the sun come up, and I see her in that golden light, and I fill up my heart's cup with the memory of that moment when she was still alive, when we could sit together and feel the world arrive. And I understand now what she was trying to say, that the beauty of the moment is what matters in the end. That holding on to someone while the world wakes up brand new is worth more than all the tomorrows that you never get to go through. So I watch every sunrise and I feel her by my side, in that golden breaking morning, in that light, I can't deny. The last sunrise we watched together is burned into my soul. The last sunrise we watched together made me finally understand the whole. I see her in that golden light, in the colors breaking through. The last sunrise we watched together reminds me she loved you too. Her love still glowing, still showing. I'm watching the sunrise this morning, like I do every day. And I see her in that golden light, and I know she's here to stay. In every dawn that's breaking, in every light that's new, the last sunrise we watched together lives forever in my view. I've carried you in my wallet for 27 years now, in the fold against my heart where the leather's worn through. Your face is faded from the light, from being taken out too much. But I know every line of you, know the feel of you by touch. You were 23 that day, standing by the riverside, wearing that yellow sundress with the sun behind your eyes. I remember taking this shot, how you laughed and looked away, said you hated how you looked, but I loved you anyway. This photograph has traveled every road that I have walked, has been in every pocket, through every tear and talk. The photograph in my wallet is the thing I hold most dear. The photograph in my wallet reminds me why I'm here. I've worn the edges paper thin from taking it back out. The photograph in my wallet says what life's about. The back is written in my hand, your name in faded ink. I wrote it like I was claiming you, like I couldn't even think of a world where you weren't mine, of a day when you'd be gone. But here I am, 70-something, still carrying it along. I've shown this to my children, said this is who you are, said your mother was a beauty, said she was my guiding star. They've seen it so many times, know every crack and fold, but they don't know like I know the story that I hold. This photograph has seen me through the best and worst of days, has reminded me of why I loved in 100 different ways. The photograph in my wallet is the thing I hold most dear. The photograph in my wallet reminds me why I'm here. I've worn the edges paper thin from taking it back out. The photograph in my wallet says what life's about. When I'm sitting at the doctor, waiting for the test results, I pull this out and look at you, and suddenly it's not so hard. When the lonely gets too heavy, when the nights get far too long, I unfold this warm photograph, and I remember I'm still strong, because I got to love this woman, got to hold her in my arms, got to wake up every morning to her beauty and her charms. So when my time comes calling and I'm standing at that door, this photograph will be the last thing that I'm grateful for. This photograph is all the proof that I have ever needed, that a life lived loving someone is a life that's been completed. The photograph in my wallet is the greatest gift I own. The photograph in my wallet says I'm never quite alone. I carry it till my heart stops, till these hands can't hold it out. The photograph in my wallet is what life is all about. This photograph, this memory, this beautiful woman. Thank you for being mine. Thank you for those years. Thank you for this photograph that I'm still holding here. Sitting here with whiskey and a heart full of what could have been, thinking about the chances that I threw away back then. The bartender knows my story, don't need to say a word. He just pours another round of everything I've learned. I had a woman who loved me with a fire that burned so true, but I was too busy running to see what I was losing to. I chose this bottle over her, chose the road over the home. Now I'm drinking down my regrets, sitting in this bar alone. Every drink tastes like I'm sorry. Every sip reminds me why I'm the architect of my own loneliness, and there's no one left to blame but I. Whiskey and regret is all I'm drinking now. Whiskey and regret is all I know somehow. I've lost the taste for living, lost the will to try. Whiskey and regret is how I say goodbye. Tried to save me once, showed up at this very door, said, baby, come on home now. Said, you're drowning more and more. I looked her in the eye and I told her, go away. Said, this is who I am, this is where I'll stay. Now she's gone and married, got children of her own, while I'm sitting here with whiskey in a place that feels like home. But it ain't home, it's just a prison made of glass, where I'm serving out a sentence for the future that I lost. whiskey and regret is all I know somehow. I've lost the taste for living, lost the will to try. Whiskey and regret is how I say goodbye. The doctor said my liver ain't got much time left here. Said if you keep on drinking, you'll disappear next year. But I can't seem to stop it, can't find no reason to stay, 'cause whiskey and regret is all I've got today. I wonder if she thinks of me when she's lying next to him, if she remembers anything of that fire we had with him. I wonder if she knows that I'm drowning down here slow, that whiskey and regret is all I've got to show. For the man I was supposed to be, for the life I threw away, whiskey and regret is the price I'm gonna pay. Whiskey and regret is all I'm drinking now. Whiskey and regret dragging me down. I've lost the taste for anything, lost my will to stay alive. Whiskey and regret is how I don't survive. Whiskey, just whiskey, that's all. One more drink, just one more. Maybe this one will be the one. I saw your shadow by the doorway in the neon pouring rain. For a second I believed you were coming back again. There was smoke above the counter and old bourbon on my breath. I kept staring at your empty chair like I ain't lost you yet. Funny how a beautiful night can hurt a man this way, when the whole world feels like heaven, but your love's too far away. Beautiful night, moon hanging low and blue. Every star above this city still reminds me of you. Beautiful night, slow music and dim lights, but there ain't nothing beautiful without you here tonight. Couples dancing near the jukebox, holding on to something true, while I sit here with my memories and another glass for two. The bartender keeps on talking, but his words just drift away, 'cause all I hear is your laughter somewhere in yesterday. Sometimes love leaves quietly without a warning sign, and a man keeps getting older, trying to turn back time. Beautiful night, moon shining on the street. Every lonely soul keeps searching for a love they couldn't keep. Beautiful night, soft shadows, candlelight, but there ain't nothing beautiful without you here tonight. If I could hold you one more moment before the morning came, I'd tell you every broken part of me still trembles at your name. Now the city keeps on moving, but my heart stays black and blue, 'cause every beautiful night still ends with missing you. Beautiful night, the kind we used to know, slow dancing through the silence while the world moves soft and slow. Beautiful night, but all the stars feel out of sight, 'cause heaven don't look beautiful without you here tonight. Beautiful night, that's what it could have been if you were still beside me, the way you were back then. Falling sideways on an empty downtown street. I was halfway through a bourbon, trying hard not to think. Then that old phone by the counter started ringing soft and low, like a ghost from another lifetime, calling from so long ago. Bartender turned the music lower as I walked across the room, and every step felt heavier, like I already knew. Midnight call, your voice cut through the dark like a cigarette still burning inside a broken heart. Midnight call after all these lonely years. One hello from you tonight brought this old man close to tears. You said you saw our old street and thought about my name. Said December made you wonder if I still felt the same. I could hear the silence trembling on the other side of the line, like two hearts too scared to say what survived all this time. There were too many broken memories, too much pride and pain, but hearing you at midnight made me feel alive again. Midnight call, your whisper soft and blue, sounded like an old love song I never stopped listening to. Midnight call, like heaven through the rain. 1 second hearing your voice undid years of pain. You asked me if I found someone. I laughed and said not quite, 'cause some hearts stay half empty long after goodbye. Then the line went quiet slowly, like smoke fading in the air. And I realized after all this time, I still wished you were here. Midnight call, you shook this tide so loose, like an old jukebox confession, singing deep midnight blues. Midnight call, now the ballroom lights burn low, and somewhere in the darkness there's still things we never told. Midnight call, Lord, your memory still pulls like whiskey on a lonely night, and an old rotary phone call. The rain kept falling slowly as the last call came around, and your voice stayed in the silence long after the line went down.